So I guess we're at a point in the investigation where either you're on the side of Jocelyn or you're on the side of Clayton.
Don't say that.
That's where we are.
You're putting yourself...
I'm putting myself where?
You're putting yourself in a position saying that you automatically want me to be angry with you. So don't do that, please. Because I want to be cooperative, I want to be helpful, but do not make a woman stand between her husband and her daughter.
Well, you have to choose.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I can just as equally love my daughter and believe that it was an accident.
Okay, well, it's not it's a homicide.
Know that this was ruled a homicide according to the evidence that they had.
It's ruled a homicide based on the injuries that your child had. She went from this, okay, to this. She had bruises all over her head, okay? This is all bruising, okay? It's not from tumbling down carpeted stairs, okay? Here's the autopsy photos. Here's the autopsy photos. Some of the autopsy photos. Here's your baby's brain, okay? This is trauma. This is trauma. There was no skull fractures on the baby. It was all inside. It was all shaken. She was shaken. She was thrown on a couch. She wasn't hit up against a wall because there are no outward bruises that we... This is your baby's brain.
Or it's not necessarily a tumble, like motion down the stairs.
This is all trauma. This is all trauma.
Which isn't caused by her bumping into things because there's nothing on the skull.
Okay, this is all trauma. You need to know
that
this.
That shows her face. Can you please not show me that one?
CJ.
Or at least don't show me her face mutilated like that. This
is reality. This is you're gonna have to look at this because your baby was murdered. You do need to kind of choose which side you're on. I'm asking you to help us. We need an answer from you.
I am willing to answer any question you want me to answer. Honestly, I don't know what you expect of me. I don't know if you expect me to walk in this door, for you to tell me that, for me to break down crying and say, oh, it's all a farce. I've been completely truthful to you this entire time. I'm going to be completely truthful to you the rest of the whole thing, the way that this goes, and I'm being completely cooperative, and I always have been.
Okay. Well, here's what we want you to do.
So ask your questions, and I'll give you your answers.
Here's what we want you to do. Okay? We want you to make a phone call to Clayton, and we want you to let us record it. That's what we want you to do.
And what am I supposed to do in this phone call?
You're gonna talk to him. Okay? You're gonna say, if ruled it a homicide, you were the last one with Jocelyn. What happened? They're telling me she didn't get the injuries from falling down the stairs. What happened?
I'm not going to do that.
Okay. And I'm going to ask you why.
Because I am the type of person that would feel like I was lying to my husband if I didn't automatically say, this phone call is being recorded. If you let me say that, I'll do that just fine.
Well, he's not going to talk on a recorded line. He's not going to tell you the truth. He hasn't told you the truth now.
I'm a truthful person, and that's deceitful to me, and I won't do that to my husband.
It's not deceitful.
It's
this is where you have to. This is where you have to.
Deceptive.
Okay. And you want answers? Do you want answers? Do you want to know if Clayton did this?
Yeah, I do, and I'm going to ask him. And I can ask him if I tell him that it's recorded, and I'll let you record anything you want, or I'll ask him at home by myself.
I'm here to see how cooperative you are, and you're not.
I am cooperative. I'm telling you a legitimate reason. I will not be deceptive to my spouse.
I'm telling you that your child did not die from falling down the stairs.
And do you think that if you were in my position and you 100% didn't believe that,
I would want to know
that you would do this?
100%. You saw the pictures of your baby's head.
100%.
You saw the pictures of your child's head.
And I 100% don't believe it.
Okay. When Jocelyn went in for the emergency surgery, they opened up her skull, and the dura was very tense, and of course it was bulging, and it popped. You know, like what do you call those? the puppy dose things. So it was, there was so much trauma there.
Yeah, I remember the surgeon described it to me beautifully.
Okay. Why
So
are
if
you?
I don't agree to this, what do you do?
Well, but if you don't agree to it, you don't agree to it. And the only thing left is we go and we talk to Clayton.
Well, that's probably where we're at, because I'm just going to be flat honest with you. Even if I 100% believe that he'd done it, which I don't, I still couldn't do that.
Okay.
To me, there is deceitful and there is not deceitful, and that is deceptive to me, and I cannot do that to my husband. I can't. I couldn't do that to my friend, much less my husband.
And
I'm
you
just
know,
not that kind of person.
no, let me just be blunt. Let me just be blunt with you, because that's all right. Do you have any part? Did you ever shake Jocelyn?
No.
Did you ever throw her in your bed out of frustration?
No.
Okay. What's your part in this? What's your part in Jocelyn's death?
Nothing. Except for not being there.
What's your obligation to Jocelyn now?
To love her and remember her.
That's your only obligation?
Find out what happened.
Okay. To love her, isn't that to find out what happened to her?
That's what I just said. To know her and to love her and to find out what happened.
Okay.
Which is what I've been trying to do this whole time.
Okay. Well, we kind of told you that follow down the steps and stuff didn't happen, and that the only person.
And we can go round and round and round, and you're not going to change my mind in a little short snippet of time.
It's which is.
I'm just as stubborn as you are, probably.
You know, but you know what? I'll be honest with you. Your reaction, if I was in your shoes and I had been waiting and hoping that it was an accident, and you come in and
no, I
see the word.
I came in here with the expectation that this is what you were going to tell me.
Okay.
So that's the scenario, because when somebody
Okay.
calls you and says we have a medical examiner's report, so now we have to talk to you again. It's not exactly setting up accident. So
okay, so
and if it does, then I just don't know that about what you do. So
it does.
okay,
Because
well, that's good
that's
to know
what
in
we
the
do.
future.
But you know, but if I came in here and I'm thinking, okay, homicide, hoping that it's an accident. Let me tell you, I'd be hoping that you ruled it.
Yeah.
So there's that. I'm gonna think, but I'm gonna hope. Okay. And you put this down in front of me, and I see the word homicide. Let me tell you what. My reaction would have been much different than yours.
I've been in some very dangerous and some very interesting situations in my life, and a calm face is the only thing that saved me.
You
And
know
that's
what?
what's saving me now.
I feel like I have too, but when it comes to my child, in no way.
But
I would
this
wanna
isn't
know.
gonna hurt her. This what you're showing me right now, I can't do anything now to protect her. If she was still
No,
in the
she's
scenario,
dead.
then absolutely.
She's
I'd
dead.
be doing, if I had to do something to protect her, I'd be doing something to protect her. This is protecting me. This is protecting me from ripping the hair out of your head. This is my calm face. Okay.
Well, you know, I expected a reaction from you. I expected you to go, oh my God, what? Cry. I did. I expected you to
know.
be, oh my God.
I know.
Yeah.
But I don't afford myself that luxury.
Why not?
Because what you say is too important.
Is it?
Words are too important.
Words are absolutely important.
And so I'm controlling every word that I say, or at least attempting to. That is my goal here. And it will not change until I walk out of that door.
Okay.
When I walk out of that door, I'll probably fall apart.
Well,
But right now, I'm being a politician.
okay. I'm shocked. I will tell you, I'm shocked. I can't believe, as a mother, after everything that I've presented in front of you, you can say he didn't do this. You can say he didn't do this. Let me ask you straight out, did you love Jocelyn?
Yeah, I loved her more than anything in the world, and I still do.
More than anything in the world. More than anything.
Yeah.
But you won't. You're a smart lady. I've given you
I'm
everything.
a smart lady.
I've given you everything, and you said you don't even believe you. 0%. You don't. There's not even
I'm
an
saying
ounce of doubt in you.
I'm not
Don't
saying
tell me.
doubt.
Don't tell me that you
I'm not
loved your
saying there's
baby
not
with
an ounce of
beyond.
doubt. I'm not saying there's not an
Beyond
ounce of doubt.
doubt.
I'm saying I don't believe what you're telling me 0% because I'm not going to say that I do. I'm not saying that I don't doubt things. I doubt lots of things.
As a mother,
I doubt lots
more than the world
of things.
Let me use your
that
words.
doesn't mean that I'm
More
going
than
to
the world.
agree with
More
what
than
you're
the
telling
world.
me now.
You love Jocelyn more than you loved your own life, right?
Yeah.
My God, that's what I would do for my kid. You love Jocelyn more than you love your own life, more than you love anything, above anything else on God's green earth. You
Yeah.
love Jocelyn.
Yeah.
I've presented experts, evidence experts, and you're telling me he didn't do it. You didn't love Jocelyn.
Do you
I'll
just
tell you.
do
I'll
you
be
just
blunt with you.
absorb everything that everyone says to
I
you
do.
as 100% truth?
No, I take it
You
in.
take it with a grain of salt, and that is what I am doing. I'm taking every word you say, everything that's on this paper, with a grain of salt. I don't believe anything until I've thought about it, I've prayed about it, and I've come to my decision. Because life is too short for rash decisions.
It was too short for Jocelyn.
Yeah,
it was only 15
it was hella
months.
too short.
It was only 15 months, and her own father, at the hands of her own father, shook her to death. And by God, her mother doesn't
that's
want to
what
know
you're
the
telling
truth.
me.
Her mother doesn't want to know
Yes,
the truth.
I do, and don't you dare say that I don't.
Make the phone call.
I'll make the phone call if I can tell him it's being recorded. There's a big difference between wanting to know the truth when you believe you can get it, 100%. Like I said before, you make every decision
Excuses.
in life based on your decisions, based on your beliefs, based on the knowledge you have in front of you.
Excuses. And you're being
And this
contradictory.
is the knowledge I have in front of me. No, I am not.
You are being
I
contradictory.
have not contradicted myself yet.
You
I have said this is
absolutely
where
have.
I stand on it, and I'm not changing my mind.
Yeah, but then you fluctuated between whether you believe him, you believe him, you believe him. He said she fell down the stairs. I'm just going to believe that. I'm just going to believe that. I've presented experts that said
So how have I fluctuated?
that this hasn't happened.
How have I
Because
fluctuated?
you've said you wanted to know. Because you've said
I
that
do
you're
want
a blunt,
to know,
honest
and
person.
I will know. I will find out. I have no fear of that. I don't have to make a phone call in your office on a recorded line to find that out for myself. Like you said, if he's going to lie to me, he's going to lie to me. It's not going to make a difference whether I'm talking on your phone or not.
Mhm.
If he's going to tell me the truth, he's going to tell me the truth. If the truth is not what you say it is, the truth is not what you say it is. The truth is what it is, what it is. There is no other truth. Okay?
There is no other truth.
And I recognize that,
Okay.
I believe that, and I know that it doesn't make a damn bit of difference whether I call him here, I talk to him there, I call him on my cell phone.
Your
Actually, no,
child-
it does make a difference. I wouldn't talk to him on the phone because I want to see his face.
Well, no,
If
not
somebody
necessarily.
walked up, yeah.
We have people confess to crimes all the time that they didn't do. That's why we have to make determined. That's why the evidence has to fit the crime. That's why
Right.
falling down the steps doesn't fit the injury. It doesn't fit what happened. We have people that confess to crimes all the time. If the evidence doesn't fit what they're saying, it doesn't fit the crime. Black and white. He lied. This man that you trusted, that you would never be deceitful, thought that you weren't worth it enough to be honest with you, to tell you what happened to your child, who you love more than the world. He lied. That means nothing to you.
And I can't take into consideration your guys' motivation either. I'm not saying that this isn't true. I'm saying this is true 100%, but I'm saying all of the questions that you've told me you asked, that you told me so they said no to, all the scenarios
here.
that you put
This
forward.
is our motivation.
Your motivation is to get me to go in that room, call my husband on a recorded line,
No.
and ask him what happened.
This is our motivation.
No,
to
I'm talking
find
this
out what
conversation
happened.
right now.
No.
No, this is our motivation
To find out the truth.
find out what
The
happened
truth
to an
has
innocent
nothing to
child.
do with what I believe.
Well, you don't believe it happened. You don't believe that Clayton killed Jocelyn. You don't believe it happened. I'm
saying
telling
you have not moved me from point A to point B.
and nothing's going to move you because you don't want to believe it, because you don't want to know the truth.
reality
too
won't
hard.
move you
Yes, I
there.
do.
Nothing will.
It's too hard.
Yes, I do.
Well, I'm telling you, he lied. Falling down the stairs did not kill Jocelyn. Falling down the stairs did not kill Jocelyn. Our motivation? Our motivation isn't
Your motivation is to do your job, is to get justice for her. I understand that. But I'm saying this whole discussion about what I believe, what I don't believe, what I am and am not, how I'm thinking about this whole thing, whether I believe in punishment or not, that has nothing to do with what actually happened. Okay? That has to do with me. It has to do with me.
Mm-hmm.
And whether you think I'm going to go home and do something stupid, or you think I'm going to do the phone call that you want me to do, or anything in between. It doesn't change where I stand, and where I stand doesn't change your investigation. Except that it might help you if I make the phone call. Which has nothing to do with what I believe anyway.
You don't want to help? You said you want to be cooperative.
I am being cooperative. I will not be deceitful. I'll be
This is for your
cooperative if I'm not
child.
being
If you
deceitful.
help us,
Your husband
it
was
will help
deceitful.
her.
Your husband was deceitful.
This will do nothing to help her. I am smart enough to know that my daughter is not coming back from the dead.
Mm-mm.
There is nothing on this earth that is going to help her. It'll help me. It'll help how I feel. It'll help you. It'll help how you feel. It'll help him and whatever happens to him, whatever the truth is, and whatever all that bunch of stuff. But it's not going to help her. There's nothing on this earth that can help her.
It's greater good. It's a greater
good my ass.
It's a greater good.
Greater
You have
good
an
my
obligation.
ass.
Don't you have an obligation?
No.
You don't have an
I
obligation.
have an obligation to be a citizen, to tell the truth, which I have done, to be cooperative without being deceitful, which I have done. But again, I don't know how else to do this with you. We can go round and round forever.
It's not a matter of
We can't make you do it. We're not going to
it's
make
justice.
you do it.
Obviously.
It's
It's just
justice.
really kind of upsetting and disturbing to me personally to see this kind of reaction and justification and reluctance to kind of have an open mind about what happened. It's really upsetting and disturbing to me because I know that you're a completely different person, and I know that I don't know you very well, but I just can't help but think if I was in your situation,
if you were in my
Mikey was in my
situation, you would have run
situation.
every single one of these scenarios through your head 1,500,000 times from September 24th to today. I didn't come to this decision now. I've come to this decision since the day she died. I am doing this the way that I'm doing it, the way that I can handle it, the way that my brain works. Okay? And this is how my brain works, whether you like it or not. Whether I find the truth or not is not what matters. The truth is what matters. Whether the truth is found is what matters. And that's your job.
that's what we're trying to do.
Okay.
This is a tool that
And
we
you're
use.
doing it.
This is a tool that we use that helps us to find the truth and to substantiate the truth.
And like
So
you
that
said, you don't
justice
have
can
to
be
do it
served.
that way.
But that's the best way to do it, and it's
Things
very
don't always
helpful.
happen the best way.
But it's your choice.
Yeah,
and
it is.
you,
And my
as the
choice is
mother
no.
and the protector of this child that you love
That
more
cannot
than
be protected
anything.
anymore.
Okay.
Do you have
so
some guilt that you weren't home?
You think?
We get frustrated. We get frustrated when mothers don't want to know.
it just seems.
It's a tool.
I mean, this
If you keep saying that, it's just...
It's a
to invest all this time and effort and
Wondering,
months and
hungry.
months
It's
and
not
months,
gonna ruin all
and
that.
to get to this point, and for you to say, "No, I won't call him. No, I can't be deceitful."
Because that's not who I am. And regardless of this investigation, that is not who I am.
I think what what's more appalling to me is that Clayton can look you in the eye every day, knowing that he did this to your child, the child that you guys had together. What's more deceitful is that he could lay down, he could make love with you, knowing that he took Jocelyn from you, knowing the fact that it was so hard for you to carry this baby to term because you've had so many miscarriages, knowing your medical history. To me, it's more fucking deceitful to do this, to be able to look at you. You don't even want to know what happened to Jocelyn. I'm showing you a picture of what happened to Jocelyn.
If I showed you that picture of your child, would you want
I'd
that
be on
picture
the
embedded
phone.
in your mind for
I'd
the rest
be
of
on
your
the
life?
phone.
Would you want to face that picture in your
I'd
dreams?
be on the phone.
Would you want to face it at night every day?
I would.
You know how hard it is for me to face it at night? The way she looked laying in the hospital bed in one piece?
I would.
Do you know what that's like, looking at your child that way?
I would.
You don't. When have you looked at your child looking like that?
I haven't.
So you don't know. So don't accuse me of not wanting to look at the picture because I don't want to know the truth. I don't want to look at the picture because I don't want to see that picture every time I go to sleep.
That's what
regardless of what happened to her.
You.
Regardless of what happened to her, I don't want that picture in my head.
Husband deceived
and there is nothing wrong with that.
Your husband deceived you.
He
makes love to you knowing that he did this to Jocelyn. That's deceit.
This is just a picture. This is just a picture that was taken of something that your husband did. This is just a piece of paper with color on it. You can be mad at us for a picture.
No, I can be mad at you for choosing to show me a picture I don't want to see and accusing me of not wanting to know the truth because I won't look at it. It's a very different thing.
But you're not mad at Clayton for causing that damage to your child.
If I decide that that's the truth and that's what happened...
If he tells you... No,
let's get it straight. Let's
get your word straight. Because
no, because you know what? Even if it was a lie and he lied to me, if I decided... by what I see and what I hear and what comes to me in that discussion.
Let's play it back. What Clayton tells you.
And everything else associated with having a conversation with a person. You're a police officer. You know how to look at somebody and tell whether they're lying or not lying to you.
I do.
Then that's going to affect my decision too, isn't it?
No, it's what he's going to tell you.
No, it's not.
It's what he's going to tell
you.
you.
It's everything that comes into play with this information, the information I had before, the information that I'll get in the future, and the information that I see when I talk to him. And that I hear when I talk to him. Everything is all play a part.
He's lied to you since September. He's deceived you since September. And you're mad at me because I want to know the truth.
I'm not mad at you for that. I'm mad at you for holding that picture up and accusing me of not wanting to know the truth because I won't look at a picture. That's why I'm mad at you.
I'd want to know.
You'd want to see that picture of your child, whether you believe you would know or not. If you believe that you would know and you didn't want to see that picture, you'd want to see it?
I'd ask to go to the autopsy. I'd ask to do that. That's me. Because I have to know. Because I'm black and white. Okay?
Well, it's not your child laying on that table.
I need to know. Okay?
It's not your child laying on that table.
I've had children in the hospital. I've had children
You've never had a child die. You can't imagine it.
You're absolutely right. I cannot imagine it.
So don't tell me how you would be, because I can tell you what. I've run through this scenario 100 times in my head before she died, and you have no fucking idea.
We're asking you to help us. We're asking you to help us.
You're asking me to help you with something that can only help you and possibly me if you believe that I'm going to deceive myself.
You want to seek the truth. You said you want to know the truth.
I do, and I'm going to find it regardless of whether I make that phone call or not. And I have enough faith to believe that you can find it regardless of whether I make you that phone call.
We know.
It may be the best way.
We believe we know what happened.
Fine.
We believe
we
know what happened.
Then my phone call may assist you in making it easier. It's not going to change the truth.
It's not going to change the truth. No, it's not. It's a matter of getting down to the truth. It's a matter of whittling away. What the evidence tells us, what the doctors are telling us, what we can see, that helps us come to a conclusion, right?
And regardless of what he says to me in that conversation, your conclusion is not going to change, is it?
It's a tool that we used. It's a
Is
way
it going
that we
to
can,
change this? Is it going
No.
to change your official decision?
It's not going to change.
Then I'm not impeding you.
You're not impeding me at all.
And in my opinion, I'm not impeding myself either.
No,
Because I'm
You're
going to
the one-
find the truth.
you're the one that has to live with yourself.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're the one that has to live with yourself.
And I'm not. Regardless of whether I believed you 100% or not, I'm not going to make that decision in this room. I decided that before I came in here. I did. And maybe that's the brick wall you're hitting, I don't know. But I'm not making a decision in this room.
No, it's not a brick wall. I just got to figure out a way to
I
go
can make
around
my
it.
decision 5 steps out the door. I can make my decision 5 years from now. But I'm not making a decision in this room.
You can tell me, you know what, I'm safe, I trust him, he's not going to hurt me, he's not going to hurt himself. I've worked too many domestic homicides to have that confidence.
Right.
So, of course, my glass is half empty on that. So I got to make a safety call. Do I pull him out, talk to him, see how that goes? I don't know.
So have you already picked him up?
They're talking to him now.
I told her that he was picked up a long time ago.
Are you
But she
going
says
to?
it's
Are
not
you?
what you
Let
were
me
saying.
ask you right now. Are you going to arrest
Because
him?
we knew
That's not
when
a
he was picked
determination.
up because
Well, if he's
somebody
going to be
called us.
arrested, I want him to have an attorney right now.
Okay, that's not your call. And they're talking to him, and they have been talking to him for
Probably an extended
Hour.
period of time that you've been saying to her that you don't
So
have
why
it.
have you been telling me that you haven't picked him up yet?
I mean, is
I've
there,
been telling you that because
So you're
Um,
yelling in my face this entire time that Clayton is deceiving me, but it's okay for you to do that when I've been completely honest with you? I'm not a suspect.
we needed to know what whose side of the fence you were on.
You knew what side of the fence I was on 2 hours ago.
Yep. And I did know that which side of the fence
So
you were
when
on
you
2
left
hours
the
ago.
first time to get the chocolate is when you made the call? Or did
No.
you make it before I even got in here?
No,
No,
were
we
being
didn't
monitored.
we didn't make the call.
Our sergeant made the call.
But
We
you
didn't-
knew about it.
Well, we knew that he was going to be talked to today, but we did not know when to go talk to him. Because we were in here with you.
Well, what you're telling
don't
us though
know.
is that you're not talking to him.
Well, I
You're
know.
going
I see
to
now.
arrest
That's
him.
hard
No,
to believe.
you had
It's hard
the
to
DA
believe.
Well,
make
no,
sounds
you were
No,
just
see,
standing
I'm gonna
here.
show
One
you.
at a time.
I'm gonna let you know where I stand right now. Right now, I've been sitting in this room being completely and totally honest with you, under the belief that you were being completely and totally honest with me. But I guess by your definition of perception, this isn't deception either, because me calling my husband and telling him he's not being recorded, or not telling him he's being recorded, isn't deception either.
Okay.
So you've just lost all of the trust that I had in you.
No. Did
In
you
one swoop.
specifically ask me have you picked him up yet?
I specifically asked you what will happen right now,
And I said,
you
here's
laid
our
out,
possibilities.
these will happen
These
after
will
I
happen.
make a phone call.
After yes, I did. Yes, I did.
And they
I
happened
said-
a long time ago.
They were that decision to pick him up and talk
If
to him
you were
was
being
made.
honest with me, you would have told me this is what has happened, and these
No,
are the
I mean,
options that
hold
can
on.
happen from here.
I mean,
That
it's,
would be honesty.
It's time for.
So you need
it's
to
time.
tell them that you need a lawyer to talk to
Call
them further because
right now.
they're obviously
Tell
playing
them.
games with you.
Oh, no, we're not playing games with you.
CJ, CJ,
Okay, let's
CJ,
just
How
stop.
can I believe
CJ,
that?
just
You
stop.
wanted to know-
Not another word.
You
You
know-
want an attorney right now.
Well, she doesn't need an attorney. She's not. a suspect.
Yes, she does to protect her husband.
Well, she did. He's an adult. Do you understand the process?
No,
adults
adults
get to
But
choose.
we
all
we
the
don't
time.
need to talk to you without an attorney. Then we
You
we
don't
just
need
need to
to
go.
You guys can leave because we didn't want to talk to you.
Okay. Well, she's free to go at any time.
I'm just waiting for her.
I can just go at any time.
And you could have. We never said you had to stay here.